The USA is known as a country for the free and the brave, but with much freedom comes a lot of responsibility. Over the past few years, the crime rate in America is slowly rising, with violent crimes increasing as 2023 continues. That's why you should know the 15 most dangerous cities in the United States according to the FBI's Uniform Crime Reporting. Number 15. Saginaw, Michigan. Saginaw often flies under the radar of cities to visit in Michigan because Detroit has so much to offer. But this small city has a lot of agricultural and natural beauty that draws many families to visit. Saginaw has a small population of roughly 44,000 residents, with its inhabitants slowly decreasing. As for crime, you have a 1 in 42 chance of being a victim of a violent crime here, with most cases falling under murder and assault. Although Saginaw doesn't rank as high as its state friend, Detroit, because there are so few inhabitants, your chances of being a victim of a crime are slightly higher. Number 14. Oakland, California. Oakland is on the east of San Francisco Bay, California, just a short 20-minute trip away. It is known for Lake Merritt, the Fox and Paramount theaters, and its fabulous beaches, gardens, and parks. Unfortunately, its heightened crime could deter many visitors. The city's poverty rate of about 15%, and you have a 1 in 77 chance of being a victim of a crime. However, if you keep an eye open for opportunists and don't walk alone or late at night, you can still enjoy its sights. Number 13. Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland is mainly known for its museums, music history, and Polish boy hot dogs. And while some neighborhoods here are more dangerous than others, the city still has a high crime rate that may overshadow its good qualities. The city often ranks as one of the riskiest cities in the states, with over 1,656 incidents of crime per 100,000 residents. It stands at over 300% of the national average. Thus, your chances of being a victim of violent crimes are 1 in 59. Number 12. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. While some know Milwaukee for its amazing views of Lake Michigan and beer breweries, others know it for the dark history of serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. Either way, this city's high crime rate hasn't slowed down since. The city has a population of 580,000 residents, but you have a 1 in 61 chance of being a victim of a violent offense. Assaults and robberies remain high on the list, with robberies in this city being almost 9 times the national average. Number 11. Stockton, California. Compared to many places in California, Stockton has a good affordability rate for the state. It is known for the Hagen Museum, Oak Grove Regional Park Trails, and Stockton Arena. However, in the past few months, crime rates have started to rise again, with gun violence at a high. You have a 1 in 79 chance of being a victim of a crime among a population of about 330,000 residents. Number 10. Little Rock, Arkansas. You'll find the city's capital, Little Rock, along the Arkansas River. The state is known for its beautiful natural sights, like the only active diamond mine in the U.S., its beautiful lakes and hot springs. However, many do not get to visit them as they're aware of the high crime rate in the city. There is a high probability, about 1 in 55 chance, of being a victim of crime, with roughly an average of 9 crimes committed daily. However, the most prevalent crimes in the city are property crimes like burglary, car theft, and robbery. Number 9. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore has so many amazing things it's known for. It's no wonder many people flock to it. The Charm City is the home of the national anthem, serves the best crab cakes, and has terrific marine life. The city is also, unfortunately, well known for its high crime rate that keeps on rising. In the first 6 months of 2022, the city had a record high report of 179 homicides, naming it the deadliest time in its history. Theft is also a big problem, with car break-ins making up more than half of the accounts. Number 8. Rockford, Illinois. Nicknamed the Forest City, this city has a great mix of urban and natural beauty to attract many visitors. Unfortunately, it consistently ranks high on dangerous cities in the U.S. lists. There are roughly 330,000 residents, but you have a 1 in 71 chance of becoming a victim of a violent offense. With high risks of pickpocketing, theft, and muggings, twice the national average, it's safer to keep valuables out of sight and to take public transportation instead of renting a car. Number 7. Anchorage, Alaska. Anchorage is one of the most beautiful cities in America worth visiting. It is a big city with large mountains and open spaces often reserved for skiing and snow activities in winter, which draws large crowds. So it's a shame that it comes with its fair share of crime. It has consistently been on many lists of the most dangerous cities in the United States. Alaska has a growing problem with alcohol and domestic violence, so women travelers are often more prone to violent attacks. Also, keep in mind that while it has big spaces, it is still a city, so stay vigilant for pickpocketing and muggings, as the robbery rate here is about 60% higher than the national average. Number 6. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque is a beautiful New Mexico city well known for the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, the desert climate, and a rich history and menu list of traditional Mexican heritage. While its crime rate has decreased a bit over recent years, that isn't enough. It is the most populated city in New Mexico with about 950,000 residents, allowing more crime opportunities like pickpocketing, mugging, and scams. The average crime rate here is about 1,352 incidents per 100,000 people. Number 5. St. Louis, Missouri. This big Midwestern town is known for its famous U.S. landmark, the Gateway Arch, family fun, and famous residents like T. Eliot, Josephine Baker, and Maya Angelou. The city also has a dark side for which it is more infamously known, its very high crime rate. With a population of about 30,000 residents, it is sad to see that St. Louis has a very high homeless and substance abuse issue. According to the New York Times, the city is the most dangerous USA city to live in as it has a significant problem with violent crimes. It also has the highest murder rate in the country at about 60% in 2023. Number 4. Springfield, Missouri. Not to be confused with Springfield, Illinois. This small Missouri city only has a population of 172,000, but that doesn't stop it from receiving families hoping to visit the many museums and aquariums. However, its crime rate stands at about 1,500 for incidents per 100,000 people, with its violent crime rate being almost triple the national average. Assaults and thefts are the most prevalent in this city, but you have a 1 in 14 chance of being a property crime victim. Number 3. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis is where rock and roll was born and the blues call home. The city sits on the Mississippi River and has a population of almost 700,000. And while its nightlife is wild, it's best to be aware of your safety as its crime rate is one of the highest in the country. Unlike many cities on this list, Memphis' crime rate has been increasing as the years go on. In 2019, there were 12,367 reports of violent crimes and 39,860 reports of aggravated assaults in that year alone. In 2021, there were about 31 crimes committed per day. Number 2. Monroe, Louisiana. Monroe, Louisiana is always high on any list of the most unsafe places in the U.S. This is because while the national crime average is 22.7 per 100,000 people, Monroe is at 95.2 incidents per 100,000 people annually. This means you have a 5 per 1 person chance of being a crime victim here. Number 1. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit is one of Time magazine's world's greatest places in 2023 under the Newfound Glory category. And while the city has seen great monetary success since filing for bankruptcy in 2013, it is still trying to manage its high crime rate and is one of the most dangerous U.S. cities. Detroit is consistently ranked high on violent city lists as its population of over 600,000 residents sees about 22 crimes per day. This means its violent crime rate is about 6 times the U.S. average. This makes it one of the most dangerous cities in America.